So, today in this tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make abstract art, 2D and 3D abstract art. So, step one, you're going to want to pull out your maker pen. Now, your maker pen will be found inside of your watch under backpack. You'll hit use on your maker pen and it'll spawn in front of you. If your maker pen is favorited, simply use the grab button behind your back and pull it out. Now, for this tutorial, the 3D abstract art and the 2D are both going to be used out of tube, which you'll find right here. Now, I'll show you guys my settings here that I'm using for my tube. So, we're going to have uniform shapes enabled. I recommend connect nearby tubes. Fixed tube width is optional, but I will be using it. Smooth tubes, I recommend disabling it. Change your tube height ratio down to 10%, but you can fiddle with this and get some different abstract things. It's abstract art, there is no objection behind it, or objective behind it, so do really what you want. Now your settings should look something about mine. I recommend 8 or 4 centimeters, it depends really how you want it to look. Obviously 8 centimeters is going to come out bigger. I'm going to be using 8 though for this tutorial. Now, the most often materials I see me using whenever I do this is neon or galvanized metal. And usually with galvanized metal, I usually will use a yellow to make it look golden, or with neon, I'll use a white for a neon pattern. Now, for this, once you have your tubing set to this, if your hand is a bit like shaky, kind of like mine, I would recommend using surface snapping and then just drawing it on the floor so it's 100% even. But if you have it coming in and out and it's a bit shaky, it still can give it a cool effect. So now with uniform shapes, keep in mind that it'll be straight like this, and then just draw something kind of like this. There really isn't no perfection of abstract art. You can't really do it perfectly or incorrectly because there's not much of a goal behind it. Now, while doing it, go for a lot of ridges in my opinion. It just does a better effect. Now I'm just going to do a simple one here just to get the point across. Now clone. Now if you use this clone here, it's going to clone it in the exact same way, like exactly as this is. I personally do not like doing that. I like the mirror clone option, which is this one right here, and it'll be on the other side of all of them. And then you can keep this little gap in them, or I personally just like to connect them like that. And then make sure, since we're working in the same merge, make sure you select the other one that you clone up, and then clone it across like this, and then move it on over so they match up, unless you don't want to. And then usually at this point, I drop my maker pen to end the merge, just so I can only have to select one thing at a time. Clone it from the middle this time, and then rotate it. Just tap the green rotate, so it rotates it exactly 90 degrees like this. And then, yeah, you have a simple 2D abstract art. Now, you may be wondering, what if I want this to be a 2D thing? Not 2D, 3D, my bad. So, clone it from the middle here, and then rotate it like that, right? And then clone it again, rotate it like this. Now, you may be asking to yourself, what do you do with a sculpture like this? And there are some pretty unique uses that you can do with this, honestly. You could use it as the bottom of a chair, so if you scale it down, maybe you recolor it to like a metal, you could easily put something on top of it to be like, maybe even a tabletop. The possibilities behind it are endless. It's abstract art. Go crazy with it. But this right here is your simple abstract art. You could use it as a chandelier, you can use it as anything. The possibilities are endless.